Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Remy Sheila's awkward visit to Taylor is attacked by Will. Will Spencer assaulted Remy Price during Sheila Sharp's awkward encounter with Taylor Hayes, according to the Bold and the Beautiful recap. Deke Sharp was perplexed by the unfavorable response to Remy's entrance in the Forrester showroom. Will attempted to attack Remy at one point, but Deke barked out a warning and continued to be perplexed by the whole thing. With a little assistance from Ivy Forrester and Katie Logan, Electra Forrester provided Deke with updates after realizing that he was truly unaware of all of Remy's awful actions. Remy described how he followed Electra to Los Angeles, but Electra, Ivy, and Katie made sure Deke was fully informed. As a result, Deke became aware of the deep-fake naked pictures and his animalistic pursuit of Electra. Deke was appalled, but Remy begged Electra to give him another chance while sobbing and insisting he was no longer that person. Electra didn't appear prepared to forgive Remy when he asked her to delve into her big heart. While looking at Deacon Sharp's patient information in Taylor's office during the episode, she couldn't stop thinking about him. Eventually, Sheila arrived to express her gratitude to Taylor for returning Deacon to her. Before Sheila raved about her husband and how she'd been worried he'd find another woman, Taylor insisted Deacon made his own decision. Sheila planned to act appropriately and ensure Deacon stayed now that he was back at home. Brooke Logan Forrester went by Il Giardino to catch up with Deacon. Brooke questioned how Deacon could get Sheila back after seeing he was attempting to mend their relationship. Deacon mentioned his sessions with Taylor and realized that he would likely encounter criticism from both Deke and Hope Logan on his Sheila reunion. Brooke wasn't happy about Deacon's Sheila news, since she was hoping Taylor would persuade him to consider other love possibilities. Deacon may eventually give in to temptation with Taylor, though, as it's clear that he can't stop thinking about her. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor and Deacon's complex relationship will cause further issues, so keep an eye out. Sheila's error, Remy's nightmare, and Beth's confession. For the next 2 weeks, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful are available. Fans might anticipate Beth Spencer admitting that she doesn't want anyone to attend the wedding. Deacon Sharp faces challenges from Sheila Carter Sharp. Deke Sharp is also enraged at Remy Price. Let's discuss what will happen in the CBS soap opera as we continue to read. Let's begin by discussing the current situation before moving on to the weekers. Fans can anticipate that Steffi Forrester Finnegan will resume her career. The woman concurs with Rich Forrester that Hope for the future is performing better than before. The co-CEO congratulates Hope on both her engagement to Liam Spencer and the new designs. It won't be only Steffi who confesses. For her parents, Beth has won. Beth doesn't want anyone to attend Liam and Hope Logan's wedding, despite their enthusiastic preparations. In a preview clip, Liam hurries over, worried about what Beth said. The young child then declares that Sheila is not welcome there. Deacon informs Sheila of Lope's second marriage. Deacon will want to be present this time since he wasn't present when his daughter first married Liam. Deacon will comprehend, nevertheless, why no one wants his wife at the wedding. Sheila yaps in a preview clip about attending the wedding despite being married to the bride's father. Deacon will firmly refuse her at that point. Sheila would go nonetheless and perhaps watch from a distance, just like she did when Steffi wed John Finnegan. Sheila was also spying on Deacon as he became closer to Taylor Hayes, as I could see. Additionally, Deke learns of Remy's insane pursuit of Electra Forrester. Remy begs, but this affair can end before it ever begins. Remy will see Luna Nozawa in prison the next week. Since Remy's whole world has fallen apart, Luna will find it simpler to turn him into her accomplice. Will Remy ultimately take action to free Luna from prison? Electra's trauma, Beth's wedding proposal, and Remy's pleas. There will be spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. In the upcoming episode, fans can anticipate Remy Price pleading for pardon. But Electra Forrester's pain might resurface if he returns. Beth Spencer discusses her wedding proposal in the interim. Let's discuss what will happen in the CBS soap opera as we continue to read. First, let's talk about Remy, who was recently revealed. At Forrester Creations, the young man was introduced as Deke's boyfriend. Although the designer was aware that Remy did not want his name to be mentioned, she was unaware of his background. Deke is now shocked and appalled by Electra and Will Spencer's assertions. Nothing that occurred is being denied by Remy. But he says he's changed since then. The young man ought to have told Deke about his background long ago. The designer finds it unbelievable that Elektra was deep-faked and hounded by the man he loves. Deke learning this in the privacy of his own house would be one thing. But it has been awful that Remy simply showed up without alerting Deke. In addition to pleading with Elektra for forgiveness, Remy does not want to lose Deke. It's one thing to forgive someone. It's quite another to let them into your social group. Every time Deke arrived at work, Elektra would be reminded of Remy. Is Deke going to ditch Remy? When it comes to other people's relationships, those at Forrester Creations are sometimes very domineering. I might therefore envisage an ultimatum being issued to Deke. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Elektra only recently came to terms with Remy's behavior. Now that he's back, Elektra will experience the trauma once more. I wonder if this will affect her romance with Will in any way. Additionally, it is mentioned that Beth will have a proposal for Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's nuptials. The little girl will serve as the wedding officiant. Additionally, the blonde will have a unique request for her parents. Beth will request that Sheila Carter Sharp not be present at the wedding. Hope and Liam will completely comprehend. Deacon Sharp will also comprehend. Will Sheila accept that she isn't invited to the wedding though? Or might Sheila still insist on going? As Deke begs Elektra, Beth shares a big idea. She grew closer to Remy before Luna passed away, and he even taught her how to wield a rifle. But when Remy was revealed to be Elektra's stalker, their relationship took a terrible turn, shocking Los Angeles and frightening Elektra. Deke and Remy developed an unexpected bond when he got back to town. Remy has remained mostly hidden ever since. When Deke revealed that Remy was his boyfriend, it shocked everyone and was sure to cause controversy in Los Angeles. When Elektra and the other employees at Forrester discovered who Deke's boyfriend was, they were appalled. Hope accepted Liam's proposal in the meanwhile, and their wedding preparations are well underway. Family tensions are already increasing because her mother, Brooke, is keen to support her and her father, Deacon, is anticipated to attend. Increasing the awkwardness? This family event is sure to blow up because Sheila, Deacon's wife, is also invited. Deke was taken aback at the start of the episode when Elektra indicated how horrified she was that Remy, of all people, was his boyfriend. Remy said to his victim, "It's really good to see you." "No bro, simply no. Examine the space." When Deke finally asked how Elektra knew his beau, he was completely perplexed and Will was about to charge at Remy. It was only then that Remy's sinister secret started to surface. "What do you not tell me?" Remy told Deke that he had moved to Los Angeles, and that he and Elektra had been great friends in high school. To be close to her. "Well, that's not what Will intended Remy to accept," Will said. "Tell Deke how you used and traumatized Elektra." Remy cried. "I was a different person back then." Elektra, Ivy, and Katie filled in the blanks when Remy's description of what had happened wasn't clear enough, letting Deke know that his honey had posted phony nude photos of the jewelry designer online. Remy sobbed. "I didn't want to lose her. In order for him to be her only friend, he needed her other friends to abandon her." Remy attempted to point out that Elektra left for Los Angeles because to his behavior, and hey, that had turned out rather well, hadn't it? Yes, no. That diversion was not going to work. Then she reminded Remy that he had pursued her like an animal after she discovered the stalker wall in his apartment. Brooke informed Deacon that she was at Il Giardino to see how he was doing and to discuss the Lope wedding. She gasped, "Deacon, no," as she saw that he was considering getting back together with Sheila. "Why?" Then Brooke reminded him that he had been duped by his wife. How in the world could he win her back? "Taylor," he remarked, adding that she had aroused his emotions. Deacon metaphorically pushed back when Brooke pressed, insisting that Sheila was what he wanted even if it meant Deke and Hope would eventually question him. Then the topic of Deke and his welcoming party to Forrester came up. Daydreams about her patient diverted Taylor from updating her notes on Deacon in her office. Sheila entered the room at that moment as if she owned it. She expressed gratitude to Taylor for taking her marriage into her capable, caring hands, rather than seeking insight into her spouse. "Deacon came home and it's all because of you," she stated. "You clearly had an influence on Deacon." "Deacon was free to choose whatever he wanted," Taylor asserted. Sheila had just vowed to kill the shrink, but she was still swooning over him. She continued to babble about how attractive her husband is, calling him a bona fide catch, and acknowledged that she had been concerned that he may find someone else. Taylor responded by telling Sheila that Deacon loved her. Sheila informed Taylor at the end of the episode that she would need to behave herself going forward. Oh, I see. And she meant it this time. Yes, January. Simultaneously, Deacon and Brooke summarized how Deke was hired at Forrester on his own merits, rather than because he is Hope's brother. Indeed, we are aware. Brooke gave one last speech before leaving the restaurant, expressing her hope that Taylor will show Deacon that there are other women out there. Yes, it's reasonable to say that the doctor opened his eyes to new possibilities based on his and Taylor's romantic fantasies about one another. Returning to Forrester, a sobbing Remy acknowledged that he followed Ivy and Company's instructions. He said, "But I was having some sort of breakdown at the time. I was having trouble with who I was. Electra, I really apologize. Just listen to me, please." No one was going to do that. He said to Electra, "All I want is a second chance. Could you please forgive me and look into that big heart? I am pleading with you." Is it not strangely simpler to feel sorry for Remy than it has ever been for Luna? Perhaps this is just the way Christian Weissman is portraying it. However, he did not participate in a firefight at the daycare and kill 2 individuals. Are Finn and Steffi astonished by Lee's startling action? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that the next big reveal between John Finn Finnegan and Steffi Forrester Finnegan may be in the works. Will Lee Finnegan demonstrate how much she has thought toward Sheila Sharp by advocating for her family's acceptance? Lee once detested Sheila more than anyone else on canvas. Lee would have had every right to harbor resentment indefinitely because Sheila nearly brought Finn and Steffi to a terrible end in the alley behind Il Giardino. Fans also remember how Sheila pursued Lee in a car chase that resulted in an explosion, traumatizing Lee and almost erasing her from the map. In the past, it was difficult to see Lee ever putting up with Sheila, much less becoming friends with her. However, since Sheila and Lee are becoming friends who encourage one another, it has somehow occurred. Fans have been responding to Lee and Sheila's strange bond since their entire adventure with Luna Nozawa brought them together. Lee's empathetic demeanor while pretending that Sheila's shortcomings are no more severe than everyone else's still feels strange. When Sheila hinted that Taylor Hayes would be killed if something improper happened with Deacon Sharp, Lee did raise an eyebrow. But when Sheila insisted that she was no longer that person and pretended that it was only an expression, Lee seemed to believe her. Could Lee eventually make a pitch on Sheila's behalf as they are growing closer every day? Lee might try to get Sheila some quality time with Hayes Forrester Finnegan and Kelly Spencer if this continues. Lee will try to mend her friendship with Finn and move on after receiving some criticism for what she did with Luna. In the end, Lee might contend that Sheila should have the opportunity to see the grandchildren as well. Lee's attitude change toward Sheila would surprise both Finn and Steffi. Lee is most likely the last person Steffi and Finn could have imagined standing up for Sheila. However, if Sheila can stay out of trouble long enough, Lee might do that. We'll simply have to wait and see if Sheila can control herself, but things might change if she attacks Taylor. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee and Sheila will continue to get closer in the meantime. We'll keep you informed about any further bizarre friendship developments and audacious actions.